What's going on, pro wrestling fans? This is your boy JP. This is the Powerbomb for Monday Night Raw. But before we do that, let's get into some sad news. The Prince of Darkness, the founder of metal rock. If not for this man, there would be no Metallica. There would be no A Day to Remember. There would be no Killswitch Engage. There would be no Iron Maiden. There'd be none of those bands without the great Ozzy Osbourne. As I will be talking about pro wrestling today, obviously, but as you know, pro wrestling and metal rock go hand in hand. So losing Ozzy Osbourne is a real, gut punch to the pro wrestling community. You will be missed, Ozzy, and we will miss you. Now let's get into Monday Night Raw from last night. I thought Raw was a decent show. It wasn't great. There were some standout moments. There was some moments. The CM Punk Gunther segment, it was okay. I wasn't too thrown with it. Usually Punk on the microphone spits fire, but he didn't really get me going in any way. Gunther coming out. I thought we would get a different type of a Gunther, but he came out saying he's going to mop the floor with Punk. He's going to brutalize Punk. He's going to chop Punk. He's going to, just put him down. And I didn't really get too excited about that. See, the goal of a promo is to get you invested in the match. Now, I'm already invested as much as I can be in the Gunther CM Punk match because I think it's going to be an amazing match. I know what Punk can do in the ring. I know what Gunther can do in the ring. They're going to tell a great story. So I really don't need promos to get me fired up for this match because I'm already excited for it. So nothing they could have really done last night could get me any more invested in that match, but their promo last night didn't really do anything for me. The back and forth with Dominic needing to be cleared in order to defend his Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. It was cool to see AJ Styles dressed in many different costumes, whether he was an EMT when Raquel Rodriguez kicked Dominic later in the night, whether it was him being a janitor, whether it was him being one of those, what are those things called when you give the car keys to somebody? One of those car parker people. Forget it. Whatever. It'll come to me. But that was pretty entertaining. I love what Lyra and Becky did last night. We're gonna get into all these segments and we'll break them down a little more carefully. And then I really enjoyed Sami Zayn losing to Karrion Kross and getting Karrion Kross a win, a much-needed win on Monday Night Raw. And then we will get into the whole Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed segment. But let's get into the CM Punk Gunther one first. It was okay. I mean, I'm excited for their match at SummerSlam. Like I said, there's nothing really they could do on the microphone that would get me more excited. Maybe if Gunther, didn't say a word and said, you know what, Punk, you're really not worth my time. Maybe something like that, but it was alright. It did its job. The three-way tag team match with the Creed brothers, LWO, and the New Day. Let me just say this right now. The tag team division is broken, and I don't know if it can get fixed. I don't know if you can get the Usos back together and try to inject some life into it. I don't know. But right now, it's just not. It's not it. And JD McDonough and Finn Balor are doing the best they can to be the tag team champions, trying to elevate these teams, but it's just not working. They're not getting on the big stage. They're not good enough to get on the big stage. I do see some talent with the Creed brothers. I saw it when they were in NXT, and now on the main roster, they're kind of getting lost in the shuffle. They're not very good on the mic. It's very hard to be a tag team and not be able to get over on the microphone. So if you can't talk your matches into, getting people excited for it, it's just not going to work. So, I mean, it is what it is in the tag team division. It needs work. There needs to be another team that can come out of nowhere, but it doesn't look like it. So the tag titles to me are really not exciting at all. Now, if you want to talk about the women's tag team division, that is completely different because the Kabuki Warriors are killing it. I like Io. I like not Io. I like Kyrie. I like Asuka. So I like that whole thing going on. And let me tell you something. This was a tag team that nobody saw coming, but Charlotte and Alexa remind me a lot of Team Hell No, that Kane and Daniel Bryan tag team, where it's a tag team you didn't think you needed until it actually happened. And Charlotte and Alexa are playing off each other great. They're having fun in the ring. We all know it has to come to an end. Somebody's going to turn on somebody at some point. But right now, they're having fun. Charlotte looks like she's got some new life in her. She seems happier. So, I mean, that's really good. And I am excited for them going after those tag team titles against Roxanne and Raquel. Also, Roxanne and Raquel had a match last night where it was them against Bayley and Lyra. I didn't understand the fact that Bayley and Lyra wanted to tag together. I don't understand why Bayley wanted that match. It was a good match. It was serviceable. I thought it was really good. Roxanne every week is showing why she is on the main roster. She is so good. Raquel is actually picking up steam as well. She's getting over. So that tag team dynamic is really working. Obviously, Raquel and Roxanne get the win. She hits her finisher on, I forget who it was. Obviously, Dominic was out there to get involved in the match. And then we had that little segment with AJ Styles where he's in the EMT after Dominic got hit by Rhea in the chest. So AJ's checking on him. So AJ's checking on Dominic. So that was a funny little moment. And then Raquel obviously hits her finisher, 1, 2, 3, and they go over. But I am excited for their match against Alexa and Charlotte at SummerSlam. I'm hoping Alexa and Charlotte can win the tag team titles, but we will see where that goes. Obviously, they're building this up for when Liv Morgan comes back. There's going to be some dissension in the Judgment Day. Then we had the match between Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. I honestly thought Sami Zayn was going to get written off TV for a while after taking that lead pipe last week, but no, Sami's like, listen, I'm hurt, but you know what? A lot of people are hurt. But this guy has cost me chances at getting to the World Heavyweight Championship. He cost me a chance to be in that gauntlet match last week. Like, I just want to put this to bed and end it. And obviously that did not happen. Karrion Kross ended up getting the win with the help of Scarlett. Scarlett threw him the metal pipe, and Scarlett distracted the ref. Karrion Kross hit Sami Zayn with the pipe. 1, 2, 3. I thought it was good. That's how you get a heel to win the match. And Sami gets more pain inflicted on him. So I like where this is going. I like the fact that Karrion Kross got a much-needed win. I didn't care how he got the win. Disqualification, no disqualification, pinfall, submission, I don't care. The fact is he got the win, and his character needed that in the worst way. So I'm happy that happened. Then we got a match that seemed like a last-minute thrown-together match between Io and Stephanie Vaquer. Great match. Those two have amazing chemistry. I can't wait to see future matches between them down the road. But like every match with a babyface versus babyface, you have to find a way to get yourself out of it without hurting the other person. So it only made sense that the Secret Service got involved in this, and then Chelsea Green got involved in it as well. And then Rhea came down to help out after, the Secret Service and Chelsea were beating up on Stephanie Vaquer, and then they threw Stephanie out of the ring, and then it was just Io by herself, and she's getting beaten up, and then Rhea comes out to help out, hits a riptide on Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green took the move perfectly. So, I mean, that's where that went. Like I said, this was pretty much just an okay Raw. It wasn't the greatest Raw. Oh, and then we had the Sheamus Rusev match. Sheamus going to the top rope was was definitely a sight to see. He tried to go up the first time. I think he realized that Rusev was a little far away, so he's like, you know what, let me pull this back. And then he did it. Rusev got closer, and then Sheamus went up there and then did the clothesline again, and looked like Sheamus almost hurt himself. So that was a little funny. Like, even Sheamus came up being like, ooh, that was a little close. So that happened. And then we get to the final segment of the night, which was Roman Reigns. And I think Roman Reigns has finally made it into the ring. I mean, God knows that guy's entrance is super freaking long. He comes out. It's Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker in the ring. Roman Reigns comes out and he does his promo talking about how he's responsible for the bloodline. Paul Heyman had nothing to do with it. Then he put over Sami Zayn. He put over Jimmy and Jey Uso. He put over Solo Sikoa. He put all those guys over. He kept saying that Paul Heyman was a dumbass. And then he hit something. See, this whole promo, I was disconnected all over the place from this one. Like, nothing was clicking with me with this one. He said to Paul, he's like, you threw away the bloodline for your best friend. Your best friend. You threw away the bloodline for your best friend. Damn right, motherfucker, you throw something away for your best friend. The key word there is best friend. Paul Heyman and CM Punk have a way longer and way more meaningful relationship than Paul Heyman has with Roman Reigns. I'll tell you that right now. So for Roman Reigns to come out and say, you threw this away for your best friend. Damn right you throw it away for your best friend. You do anything for your best friend. That's why they're your best friend. So I was immediately disconnected with that one. And then Roman said that Paul Heyman had nothing to do with the bloodline being created. That's total bullshit. We all know Paul Heyman went to creative and took Roman aside and said, hey, we have an idea here and I think this will work. There's no way in hell Roman came up with this idea on his own. No way. So then Braun Breaker decides to grab the mic and cut a promo, and this promo was full of disconnects with me. He said Roman hasn't been relevant in 5 years, which is total bullshit. He said he's the big dog now, which you have to do. You have to say that if you're Braun Breaker, because you are the next big thing. You are what WWE is hitching their wagon to going forward. Also, Roman not mentioning Seth Rollins was a little bit of a disconnect. Like, you're in the ring with Paul Heyman, and you can finally ask him why the hell he decided to align with Seth Rollins. He didn't do that, and I guess maybe the WWE is trying to make us forget about Seth Rollins. There is a rumor going around that this whole injury thing is an angle, and that he's going to cost Punk at SummerSlam. But in my personal opinion, I hope Punk wins this championship. The friggin' Burn It Down song hits, and Punk is like, see ya, I'm out. Just like he did at Money in the Bank. That's what I'm hoping happens. I honestly don't think CM Punk's going to win this match. I think it's too thrown together way too quickly. This whole thing feels rushed and forced. There's no real build to it. So, in my eyes, I think Gunther's going over in this match. That's just the way I feel. So Roman and them are having their back and forth, and Braun Breaker's, dishing out the insults. And then Braun Breaker said something like, Roman said to Braun Breaker, like, hey, listen, like, he's going to turn on you just like he turned on me. So let's get that straight. And then Braun's like, he's not going to turn on me because he knows I'm the next big thing. Braun, you've been on the Raw roster for a cup of coffee now. Paul Heyman is absolutely going to turn on you. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but it will happen. So cool your jets there, little boy, because I don't think Paul Heyman has allegiances to anyone, really. So that happens. And then, so Braun Breaker cuts this promo, and Roman's like, man, I didn't hear a word you said. And then he throws the microphone to Braun Breaker, and then he goes for a spear on Breaker and hits it. And then, obviously, the brawl ensues. And then freaking, like, they're about to, Braun Breaker's landed a spear on him. He got him to the corner ropes. Bronson Reed's about to go up to do the tsunami, and then Jey Uso's music hit. Literally, it was copy and paste how they brought Roman back last week. Bronson's going up, hits the rope. Jey Uso's music hits. He comes down. Fight. Jey Uso hits spear. Roman hits spear. What's that word again? Frick, I forgot it. Spears in sync, synchronized spears, pretty much. They hit the spears, and that's how Raw goes off the air. I didn't really get anything out of Roman's promo. I thought it was terrible. I thought Braun Breaker's promo was terrible as well. Gunther's promo wasn't any better. CM Punk's promo wasn't any better. I think the shining spot of the night was Becky and Lyra's promo. It looks like it's going to be Becky and Lyra at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship in a no count out, no disqualification match. So obviously something's going to give here. I'm going to have a prediction show, obviously. I got a special guest who will be joining the Powerbomb going forward. So stay tuned for him or her. Not giving away any secrets here. But I will have a special guest happening very shortly. But Raw all in all was okay. And can we please stop with the Ludwig Kaiser's Grande Americano? This whole crap is terrible. It's awful. I don't like any of it. It's bad. It's stupid, and I'm not enjoying it right now. Monday Night Raw, if I had to give it a grade last night, probably C-, closer to a D. It was an okay show. It was watchable, but I mean, it was what it was. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna go now, listen to some Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, my Prince of Darkness. And everyone have a great rest of your Monday. Make sure to tune in tonight to NXT. Hopefully some storylines can continue out of this. I'm definitely interested to see what Trick Williams has to say to The Undertaker. I'm interested to see what JC Jane has to say about becoming the new TNA champion. I'm interested to see what Fatal Influence does. So yeah, should be a good night of wrestling. Nice 2-hour NXT. And I will see everyone tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Powerbomb. Please make sure to like and follow below for more content.